Hello, Pulp Hounds. So recently, it was my birthday. I never do a lot for my birthday. But one of my best friends in the world always buys me a tremendous haul of books. So I thought I'd share that with you. And I may have bought myself a couple. Weird that, innit? I bought myself a couple of books for my birthday. Me? Books? But first, let's have a little word from today's sponsor.
Another first from Flymo. New Flymo DXE, first ever hover mower to cut and collect the grass. Light and easy DXE from the Flymo range. Quite simply, the most advanced lawnmowers in the world.
That's one way to sell more lawnmowers. So let's get into the books. There's some awesome stuff in here and some things that might surprise you a little bit. So first off, we'll go through the ones that my lovely and very dear friend got me. He got me the reissue of the USborn World of the Unknown UFOs, the introduction by John Culshaw. I've got the Ghosts one. I think is it Fantastic Creatures next? I can't wait for that one. Yeah, these I remember reading these in the school library and just thinking they were magic. Such a it's like super nostalgia. It's like nostalgia to the next level, these. Definitely. He also got me, which may well surprise you an awful lot, because I didn't have a copy of this. He got me Paperbacks from Hell, which I know is a wonderful book because I've looked through his. One of the reasons I didn't get it when it came out is because I knew it would cost me an awful lot of money. It is absolutely tremendous and a fun read from the bits I've read. But yeah, I've had a message from my bank manager saying, "Hello, we understand you've just received a copy of Paperbacks from Hell. Your meagre amount of savings are in jeopardy." Definitely. So on to some novels. Let's have a look at what novels he got me. Now, my lovely friend tries very, very hard, and we buy each other selections of books for birthdays and Christmas, but it's getting increasingly more difficult to find something that we don't think they've got. So the first one he got me, I have already got, unfortunately, which is The Prophecy by David Setzer, that wrote The Omen. This looks ace. It was a movie. I've not seen the movie. Who was in it? Starring Talia Shire. That's it. That's the only person that's listed as being in it. Maybe it's just like a whole monologue. He also got me one that's been on my list to get for a while, and I've been kind of putting off because there's loads and it's cheap, and that's a terrible mistake to make. I've made that mistake before. But he got me Goat Dance by Douglas Clegg, which is a chunky 90s lovely thing. Look at that dude. He's having a lousy afternoon. Very looking forward to reading that. He also got me one by Campbell Black, The Piper. I've got Letters from the Dead by Campbell Black, but I haven't read that one yet. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into this. This is what publishes this? Oh, it's Mandarin. I haven't got many Mandarin books. It's a bit mean on the front, look. Black writes much better than King or Straub. Why not just say, like, it's a great book, you'll love it. If you like horror, you'll love this. Rather than, like, oh, it's better than Stephen King. Very odd, like, passive-aggressive way of marketing your book, I think. And then he got me Troll Night by Peter Tremaine. One I've not got. I think it's just about finishes off my Peter Tremaine horror books collection. Ready for an upcoming video. It was something that I was looking at. I really like Peter Tremaine, but he's not like that. He's not like Guy N. Smith trash. There's another. I mean that in an affectionate way, because obviously I love Guy N. Smith stuff. There's a lot going on in Peter Tremaine books, and I'm looking forward to talking about them. He also got me. This is just beautiful. One of the Brian McNaughton, Satan's whatever. There's 3, isn't there? I don't have any of these. So this is my first one, which I'm very excited to get. It's an American edition. It's a, is it Night Books? No, it's Carlisle Books. But it's so nice. I just love that the cover's very simple, but very blue. And like the page edges, we tend not to get a lot of coloured page edges in the UK. And I just like that they've tied it in with the colour scheme on the front. There's something about that soothes my mind. And last but not least, this is absolutely beautiful. The New Barbarians. I love New English Library biker books. I'm not like I'm not butchy in any way, and I'm not bikery in any way, but I just love all the Hell's Angels kind of. This is what really happens in the Hell's Angels and tells the story. But this is absolutely pristine. It's almost. I hope you can see the spine there. It's just unread, but we've got a big lumpy sticker which we're going to get onto. I've had a little peel of this sticker, and it's leaving a residue behind, which is a bit disappointing. And the only thing that's marked on it is it's obviously been remaindered at some point. But that's. I mean, I'll try and. I just caught the light in it then. Look at that. There's nothing on the. No marks, no dings. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I am so thrilled with that wonderful haul. So let's have a look at what I bought myself. The paperback gods were smiling on me. They must have known it was my birthday and presented some tremendous bargains. I think this one was £4. So it's the first Skinhead book by Richard. Well, Richard Allen was obviously a pseudonym for Jim Moffat, wasn't it? But it's in quite nice condition. It's got the obligatory horrible sticker, and I'm not sure what's happened to his face a little bit. We've got a little bit of discoloration. Looks like he's covered in tattoos, so I quite like that. But yeah, it's one I've got a few of the Skinhead books, but that's one I didn't have, and in that condition for £4, that's a belter. Another one from the same book dealer that was £4 is The Sucking Pit with the original cover. Now this is a reissue that came out in the 80s, I think. Yeah, 1983. But I don't have it with that cover. That's not a sticker. That's obviously Night of the Crabs was successful, so they reissued some of Guy N. Smith's earlier books. But that's I've always loved that cover. There's something like it's not aesthetically pleasing. There's something unpleasant about it, but I just think it's a fabulous cover. Love that. So that was another cheapo. Another super cheapo one. It's one I've been after for quite a few years now, and it's not that it's too expensive. They just never come up. So one popped up, and it's in lovely condition, and it's The Scurrying by Wes Whitehouse. This is a Futura. Lovely spine. Look at that. That's awesome. No stickers on it. Just in really nice condition. I mean, it's, yeah, animals attack. It's rats. James Herbert probably did it better. But I've just wanted this for ages, just because it's called The Scurrying. It's almost like a Garth Marenghi title, that, isn't it? And then another one I've been after for ages and was like £3. I was so chuffed to find it. Is The Victim by George Scarman. Again, the Scurrying and The Victim aren't like super high price ones. They're just really hard to find for some reason. So I wanted this because I did a recent video about Gerald Suster. And I think it was The Handyman, Gerald Suster's writing about Harry's bookshelf. And he mentions books by George Scarman, which is an odd and obscure thing to mention, really. And a lot of people think that George Scarman was a pseudonym for Gerald Suster. But I've never had that confirmed. I've done hours of looking online, trying to figure it out if it was. Some people are adamant that it is. Some people just don't know. So that's there's a little bit of spine roll on it, but it's all right because I've been after one for ages and ages, and they just never come up. So looking forward to reading that, and I'll kind of compare it to what I'm familiar with Gerald Suster's writing style. And last but not least, a very, very lovely vintage Nell. Now, I've got the Foursquare edition of this, but it's a bit tatty, and I wanted the Nell one for the photo cover. It's The Hellfire Club by Daniel Mannix. Daniel Mannix wrote some really, really interesting non-fiction stuff. And it's covered in stickers. It's got one on the back, but this one on the front, it's a book bandage. Pesky price sticker underneath. So, but bandages don't work like that. That's not a bandage anyway. That's a plaster. But bandages don't work like that. If you look at it logically, so the sticker is the wound and they put a bandage over the top. But the sticker is a sticker and they've put a sticker over the top. So it's like you go to hospital with a wound and they put another wound over the top, essentially. And it's in such lovely condition. I am so peeved that it's got this many stickers on it. I've had a little go at the edge, but it's super sticky. And we don't know what's under the sticker, which makes it difficult to kind of know which method to use to get it off. But I thought we'd have a little go at it, and I'll show you one of my techniques that I've had a lot of success with getting stickers off. And we'll do that next. So I'm doing the old lighter fluid technique. I'm using Atlas lighter fluid. It's not a paid promotion, and other lighter fluids are available from your local flammable liquids emporium. So squidge some onto your sticker. It is as thin as water, so it will like dribble about. That's kind of what I'm dabbing up. And with stickers with decent glue, you do need to kind of start picking and peeling. But I don't like to have a good kind of pull at the sticker with start digging at it with my thumbnail, because that I might damage the cover there. So what you'll feel is the lighter fluid, where it's worked on the sticker, you won't feel any resistance. It'll just peel off nice and gently. So go nice and slow, and as soon as you feel that resistance again, that's glue that is still active and the lighter fluid hasn't got to. So all you need to do is a little bit more lighter fluid, little pull, and a bit of resistance there. So we're just going to go again, little dab. Don't forget, it's as thin as water. so it will run about, so you might just need to stop it from dribbling about in places you don't want it to go. And there we go, it's clear. It's just left like a little bit of paper residue there. So I'm just having a little look at this. So the old price sticker underneath is just like a shop one. It's made of paper. It's not glossy or anything. So you can try a bit of lighter fluid on your rag, give it a little kind of soak through, see if that does anything. Even just soaking that, look, it's taking that other little bit of paper glue residue off. So in this instance, it wasn't starting to shift it. So you can put like a little blob of lighter fluid on. It will run to one side or the other, so keep your cloth in your hand. And don't forget, you're making a flammable cloth. So a lot of older paper price stickers leave this, as the glue's perished, it leaves this white residue in the shape of the sticker. So a little bit of lighter fluid on your cloth, a little bit of a wipe, and there we go. The nice thing about lighter fluid is, if there's any positives you can list, it does evaporate really, really quickly. So there's nothing kind of, it really doesn't have time to soak into the book cover. But like I said, if you've got any damage on your cover, then underneath the sticker, then it can soak in. So we're going to have a little go. These are fairly horrible. These big printed barcode stickers. They do come off quite easily, but the glue is really like diligent. It's some decent glue, and it does tend to leave a little bit of residue on the book, even with lighter fluid. It dissolves the glue enough to release the sticker, but it can leave just like a slightly tacky, you can just see the rectangle there, just a slightly tacky residue on your book. So you just need an extra couple of minutes, and it only takes kind of 5 minutes of wiping round. Now, sometimes what you'll find is some of it goes and some of it spreads and smears a little bit. You can just see it there. That white isn't damage to the book. That white is glue. But it's up to you. If you want to, any harsh chemical on a paperback that's kind of 45 years old could damage it. I decided it was something I wanted to risk, just because this copy of the Hellfire Club was so close to being pretty much perfect. I decided to risk it there, but I don't think it's come out too bad. And we got the sticker off the front and the ridiculous book bandage. I don't understand why. Just books do sometimes have stickers on the front. They have price stickers on the front. It's a thing. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. But there we go. That's come up. Oh, a little tiny bit left there. You can just see it on camera. So let's just give it another go. It just takes a few passes over with lighter fluid on your cloth, and you're off. But don't forget, stick your book somewhere to dry off so any residue can evaporate, and your cloth is going to be super flammable. So maybe just stick it outside or something like that when you're done. Now, I don't know what's on Skinhead's face, but I do want to just have a quick little go at it, just to see if it'll bring anything up. But I think it's probably damage to the actual book. Yeah, it's so that's not any kind of sticker residue. That's just damage to the book. Now, this new Barbarians, I do want to get this off, and I've started doing a little peel, and then I've got somewhere to go. But you want to be careful not to get too much lighter fluid on your pages, because it is a liquid, so it could cause wrinkly water damage. So starting to feel that resistance. It's pulling a little bit. So that's when we need a bit more lighter fluid. Now, with cheaper paperbacks and light coloured cheaper paperbacks, this, as you can see, this is causing discoloration. It's a slightly darker orange. Just got a little bit. It's gone inside because it's so near the bottom of the book. But that orange discoloration will fade as the light fluid evaporates. So it's still a bit sticky, but if we get the sticker off first, and then we can crack on with a bit of the cleaning. So I've got the sticker off, got the residue off. You can see the discoloration, but that will go away. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to prop the book cover open slightly using some vintage Weetabix Doctor Who type coasters, and then let that dry off, and that orange should all disappear. Of course, Victor wanted to assist in the repair, and helped by having a little snooze on my book while it was drying. Thank you, Victor. If you want to try this method, obviously that's up to you. Don't forget you're using a very flammable chemical, so your cloth is going to be super flammable for a little while afterwards. But the Hellfire Club's cleaned up lovely. And the slight discoloration to the New Barbarians has gone away as the lighter fluids evaporated. So I just thought I'd kind of cover this easy technique. If you're going to use it on some super expensive paperbacks, then maybe research other methods and stuff like that first. I find it works quite well for me. But obviously you're using strong flammable chemicals on paper. So please don't hold me responsible if it ruins anything lovely. And if there's any tears or damage under the sticker, it can soak underneath and lift the top layer of printed glossy cover away from the actual card of the cover. So just be aware of that. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, guys. And I'll see you lot in the next video.